coming to you from a busy parking lot because it's the only place that we can do this at time today because we're not going to have time later. It's Webberless Nerd Out time! What's going on, baby? Happy Webberless Nerd Out time. And today, we're going to talk really loud because there's a lot of cars around here. Pretty busy spot, but we had to pull over and get this done. Now, a lot of people suffer from abdominal pain, GI issues. There's a huge correlation between gut health or lack thereof and disease, right? And chronic inflammation and issues with mood, issues with digestion, issues with immune function, issues with fat storage, issues with muscle growth, issues with everything, right? And our gut controls pretty much everything. So what are a lot of things that could cause gut issues? Then we'll talk about one major thing I want you guys to focus on, right? Albeit there are a few natural remedies like, peppermint out there, something like ginger, right? That could help to ease stomach upset if you're looking for some quick remedy. But this is about fixing the root cause of the problem. Now, some things that could cause it could be something like a virus, could be inflammation, digestive issues are the most common. Something like gas or diarrhea or constipation. There's huge prevalence now of inflammatory bowel disease, IBS, right? We're talking about inflammatory bowel, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, a lot of things like that. Inflammation is an absolutely huge one, but it could also be menstrual issues and, things like that, right? But what is something that we can do to help with pretty much all these things? Well, we want to heal our gut, right? So obviously we want a lot of soluble fiber, feed the gut bacteria, but we want to take the gut bacteria themselves, you guys. We want plenty of gut bacteria, a robust gut microbiome that can help to improve our mood. It can help to improve our digestive function, help to control things like appetite, and as we said, fat storage and immunity and all sorts of things and all sorts of problems, help to relieve constipation, help to produce certain vitamins that are involved in the digestive process or energy production and all sorts of things. And you don't need to know exactly all these things that the gut can affect your gut bacteria, but you do need to know you should probably make sure you're eating fermented foods. All right? And if you're not, what are some fermented foods? Kimchi, natto, miso, tempeh, sauerkraut, kombucha, sour milk, yogurt, right? Stuff like that. Kefir, sour milk, but they add the kefir grains first before the fermentation process, so it's a little bit more nutritious. If you're wondering what that was. And so, these things have the beneficial bacteria, and then we want to feed those bacteria with fiber, right? And, we talk about probiotics all the time here at When Wellness. I'm sure you guys hear about probiotics all the time in terms of just healing the gut and for health in general. But when you get a probiotic supplement, if you're somebody that doesn't get a lot of those foods aforementioned, you're going to want to make sure it has 50 to 100 billion, keyword billion, colony-forming units, or CFU. Okay, now they can freeze dry them, so you don't necessarily need to be refrigerated to have beneficial effects on your body. But it doesn't hurt to be safe. Go with a refrigerated probiotic and make sure it has a diverse range of different species strains, right? So you want to see a lot. You want to see billions and billions. You want to see some different types. And this is something that might not give you as much relief right away with gut issues. And, you have severe abdominal pain and you have, bleeding from the gut and all sorts of things. Go see somebody, right? Don't just say, Dr. Shane told me I could just take probiotics and all my worries are going to go away. I'm even going to build more muscle. Well, you still got to exercise. You still have ample amounts of protein and things like that, right? But it could affect rates of muscle protein synthesis. It could affect how your muscles absorb protein, for example, if we're on that topic, right? But this is about gut health. This is about your general health. It's about getting to the root cause and not treating symptoms, right? That's why I'm not talking about a bunch of things that will treat symptoms in terms of abdominal distress, right? So, albeit there are a wide range of potential causes, probiotics are definitely a great thing for your gut, great thing for your brain because they're intimately connected, and a great thing for your health and life. So that's what we got for you guys today. I hope you could hear everything I said because it's really loud. I wish I had a microphone today. Max got me a microphone. I always forget to use it. How you guys doing? Eric, what's up, man? Salva, Andy. Yeah, who said that? T8. Yeah, typically it does. No, don't quote me on that. It depends. Make me say naughty stuff here. Moonbow. Saladus and Spear. Da. Spurt. Master Dave, Beast from Knees, how you doing, killer? What's up, my man? Ashley, DKB, Dave, first one, man. You're a beast. I appreciate the love and the support, brother. Liz Herrick and Famously Unknown. As for now, that's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have a great one. Thank you, and happy Win Wellness.